Hi, I'm Angie. I want to welcome you to National Indoor RV Centers, where we specialize in the sales, storage, service, and detailing of only high-end new and used coaches. So basically, we do it all. Hi, I'm Angie with National Indoor RV Centers, and today I'm so excited to show you the Newmar 2022 Kountry Star. Now this is a gorgeous coach, and you don't have to leave the comforts of home behind when you go out in your RVing. Basically, you can take them all with you, and I'm going to show you how you can with the Kountry Star. First of all, your trip starts when you get into the coach. It's part of the trip is getting there is as much fun as being there. And that big, huge windshield is part of that trip. So you get in your captain seats, you look at that gorgeous windshield, and you see this beautiful country, and it's just part of the fun. Now, this is one of the exteriors that you can choose from. This is the Roca exterior. I think it's gorgeous, and we have the Roca interior, and I'll show you more about that in just a little bit. I love how Newmar mounts our windshield. So it's very automotively mounted, unlike some other manufacturers that use like a rubber gasket to put it in there, so it just looks nice and sleek. Then we have our convex exterior mirrors that are painted, so they just blend right in with the coach, all the way down to our first camera. That's going to give you the view of the full length of the passenger side of the coach when you put on your right turning blinker. At the front door, we have the power entrance door awning. Just below that, we've got a light so that you can turn that on so you can easily get into your coach, and you can turn that on just inside the door here. Then we've got the dual pane tinted frameless windows throughout the Kountry Star, which just make it look really nice, that high-end look. Then you're going to note that this is the 4037 floor plan. So for those of you that haven't seen my videos before, little hint, the 40 is the length of the coach. So usually it's going to be like 40 feet, 11 inches. And then 37 is the floor plan. So I'll be really excited to show you that floor plan once we get inside. We also have the power entrance door awning. And then let's head over here to our nice big tires. So these are the 305 Michelin tires. So the 305 tells you the width of the tread, and that's what's super important. Another thing I want you to check out is my retro band video. So basically, retro band is a spare within your tire. So go watch that video. You can get those exclusively at National Indoor RV Centers. Now, the Kountry Star is Newmar's entry-level diesel coach. There's really nothing entry-level about it. As I've said before, Newmar doesn't really know how to make a cheap coach, so everything's very high-end. One of the things that you're going to love is that it has dual fill for the fuel tank. So you've got your 100-gallon fuel tank. You can fill that from the driver's or passenger side. Another thing that Newmar does is they build in safety. So one of the things they have for safety is your fuel line, your fuel tank's here, you've got a fuel line right behind that. And they've got a steel compartment right here that protects that fuel line. So if you're ever to have a blowout or something with a tire, that's protected. Then we've got our first marker light for the passenger side of the coach. Now that we're at the side of the coach and you can see the full side, I love the graphics of the Kountry Star. I love the color. Now, if blue doesn't happen to be your color, that's okay. There's a couple other options that are standard that you can choose from. Again, this is the Roca, but if you want to do a custom color, you can come to National Indoor RV Centers. We have all the paint colors on actual metal tins so that you can see them, you can walk them outside and see what they look like in the sunshine. We will help you customize your paint color. It's for a small fee, and when you're spending this much money, it's kind of something fun that you can do. So again, come to one of our design centers at National Indoor RV Centers and we'll help you out. Now also, let's start checking out all this storage space, because you get so much of it in the Kountry Star. I'm just going to go ahead and open up all these bays so you can see it. Now, the Kountry Star does not have storage trays that you can pull out. That's one of those things that we can add for you aftermarket at National Indoor RV Centers. We can measure your space. You can do a pass-through or just, one side it comes out. But look at all of that space that you get with the Kountry Star. Again, this is a 40-foot coach, just a massive amount of space. I always like to talk about how big the storage compartments actually are, because that's a big deal. How much stuff we can take with this is a big deal, right? So I've got my handy dandy measuring tape. The entrance here is 29 inches, and the width of this bay is, now this isn't exact, but about 34 inches wide. And then this is a pass-through. So if I go all the way to the other door, we're about 95 and a half inches deep or long. So you've got a lot of storage here. Now, another thing I always like to show is you do have a chassis rail. So the chassis rail, the clearance there is about 17 inches. So just to give you an idea of space. And then above this little chassis rail over here, I've seen people even slide like camping chairs in there. They use every bit of space that they can. So, but you've got a lot of work with here. And again, at National Indoor RV Centers, we can install pull-out trays or pass-through trays if you'd like that. A few things I want to point out here in this last big storage compartment. We've got our optional central vac, so that's for the inside of the coach. And you can also come out here and use that here as well. So if you want to vacuum out your basement, if you want to pull up your car alongside the coach and vacuum it out, you can do it. How nice is that? You also have 110 outlet here. You've got your bedroom slide control there, DirecTV splitter here, and then we've got the all the tools for our central vac here, our hoses and everything. Now you also see that they give you a few extra floor tiles there, but look at all this space. You've got lights, you've got outlets, just a lot of room for all those things that you want to bring on your trip with you. The Kountry Star comes with the Carefree powered awnings, so I'm gonna go inside and just extend them out so you can see how much shade you're gonna have when they're extended. Just above the captain's chair here, we have our control panel, and you just hit the extend button for your awnings. You can also turn the lights on and off here as well. Check out that nice awning. Now, something else I want to tell you about the Carefree awnings is that you can actually adjust them on either side. So say it's torrential rain downpour, and I've got water coming off right here. My entrance is right here. I don't want to have a big puddle of water. So I can slant my awning so that the rain will go off the far side and not be here by the entrance door. Very easy to do. Now, another optional feature that you can get on the Kountry Star is this exterior entertainment center. We've optioned it in. Most of our guests like to have that option. Look at that nice big TV. You have your 43-inch Samsung TV with the Bose soundbar. And it even comes out and you can direct it to wherever your guests are sitting or away from the sun. Another bonus is that you can tilt it. So there's just a little toggle switch here in the back. You're just gonna pull that forward, and then you can just give the TV enough of a tilt forward so it's not gonna catch the glare of the sun. It's gonna be a lot easier to view. Then when you're ready to put it away, just push it back. It goes right back into place. And then I love that the TV mount is so sturdy. It's not rickety, it doesn't jig around, nice and strong, and then it pushes right back into place. You've got 2 USB ports here and one 110 outlet. And then you've got your TV off and dash radio. So say you don't want to have the TV on, but you want to bring the dash radio outside and enjoy the music, you can just turn the switch to dash radio. Just to the side of your entertainment center, we've got the exhaust for our furnace here and here. And then we have our second marker light for the passenger side of the coach. And then just above that, we've got the passenger side security light. Just when you thought we were about done with storage on the passenger side, there's one more compartment here. Now, there's not a lot of space here. You've got your freshwater holding tank on the other side of this. But Newmar gives you access to the space. You can hang tools, you can put racks in here, you can store extra oil or fluids that you need to carry with you. You can do that all right here. So it's nice and handy. Then if you'll just look right above here, this is going to be our slide out room for the bedroom, and you're going to have a slide topper that comes standard on the Kountry Star. And another big storage compartment that's lit. Lighting's a big deal because a lot of times you're looking for stuff out in here in the dark. So it's nice to be able to see everything. Very easy to get to. Now you may be wondering what this little door is here. So this is an emergency egress door. This is an option on the Kountry Star. So I'll show you how it works when we're inside the coach, but I love that they give you that option, another safety feature. And then just to the side of it here, we've got the vent for our dryer. Now we are to our last compartment for the passenger side. So this is where our chassis batteries reside. Chassis batteries, very easy to get to. We've got our battery disconnect here. This is super important. If we're not lucky enough to have you as one of our storage customers at one of our NIRVC locations where we store 300 coaches indoors, always hooked up to 50 amp service. If you're storing somewhere else where you're not hooked up to 50 amp service, you want to make sure that you turn that battery disconnect off so you don't have any parasitic draw on your chassis batteries. Just below the batteries, we've got our diesel particulate filter, and then our last marker light for the passenger side of the coach. Now for the part that all of you guys have been waiting for. So the Kountry Star sits on the Freightliner XCR chassis. It has the 360 horsepower diesel engine. That's a Cummins engine. And we've got our nice big exhaust pipe here. Look at the beautiful rear cap. If you start up at the top, you'll see the camera. That's our rear view camera that also has audio. So they can hear what you're saying back here. That's a word to the wives. So they can hear you. Love the rear cap here, and let's go inside here and I'll show you what's behind the screen. So really easy to get in. You're just gonna release that, pull that up, and then everything's nicely labeled so it's easy to get to. Here is your engine oil dipstick. So not your regular dipstick. Woo. Anyway, that's how you're gonna check your oil. Your transmission dipstick and fill, your power steering fluid. Then we've got our engine coolant here. You're gonna check it there and then you'll fill it here. Our engine oil fill, our Deutsch plug for diagnostics. If your technician needs to hook up to your engine here, they can do that. And then our air filter minder. So when that gets up to the top, it's time to change that filter. Now, if you step back just a little bit here, over to the side, you've got this vent. That just looks like it's a pretty design, but actually that is going to bring in the ambient air into the engine. It's going to come in here, go down a tube here to the air cleaner, and then into the engine. Now, a little radiator maintenance for you. You want to occasionally just get your garden hose out, not a power washer, guys. Just garden hose, put your thumb over it, and just gently spray off the outside of your radiator. That's going to keep it clean and help it work more efficiently. Also note that we've got our rear ladder. And you're probably wondering how much the Kountry Star will tow. So with a 360 horsepower engine, you're going to be able to tow 10,000 pounds. So you're easily going to be able to tow your Jeep or your fun toys that you want to bring with you on your trip. No problem. So we've got our hitch, our receiver here. We've got our 7-way for our brake lights, and we've got our air connection for our tow vehicle. I mentioned that you can easily tow your Jeep behind the Kountry Star, or you can tow any of your toys. If you need a full towing package, just let your RV lifestyle specialist know at National Indoor RV Centers, and we'll get it taken care of for you. As I come around the driver's side, we've got our first marker light for driver's side. Big compartment here that's lit for storage, which is nice. And this is really easy to get to because there isn't a slide above it. So that's going to be actually some nice storage. On these doors, they are slam doors, and a lot of them you've got to close them right by that latch. Just a little hint. And if you want more of my RV hints, you'll want to go and watch my RVing 101 series, where I go through a full trip prep during the trip and after the trip. So I think you'll enjoy that. Now here we've got our 50 amp shore power cord. We've got our cable connect here, and we've got our surge guard protector. And then right behind it here, we've got our RV power monitor for ATS. So that's basically gonna give us it's our fault screen. It will tell us what kind of power is going in, if we've had any faults, and we can just move that little yellow button to screen up or screen down for the information that we need. Again, this is lit as well. Also with our shore power cord, when we're plugged into a campground, we wanna be able to keep our coach contained. We don't want critters in here. So they give these nice rubber grommets here that we're going to put our cord through so that we can then shut our door when we're plugged in. Another option on the Kountry Star is the Truma AquaGo, which is your water heater. So this will give you continuous hot water. This is a huge upgrade from your 6 or 10 gallon hot water heater of old. So we've optioned this in, something you definitely want to consider on your Kountry Star. Here is our DEF, that's our diesel exhaust fluid, and we fill that here on the passenger side of the coach. And we've got a little gauge here so it will let us know empty, full. We're about halfway full right here. Now one thing that DEF does not like is heat and sunlight. So if you know you're going to be at a park for a long time, you probably don't want to fill that when you're going to be sitting for 3 months. Put in some fresh DEF, and it does have a shelf life of about 1 year. We also have a little spot here, an extra spot for our Stinky Slinky if you want to keep it in here. So keep it out of your wet bay, keep that nice and clean, put all the dirty stuff in here. Now to our wet bay. Look how nice they've given us this beautiful stainless steel panel here, nicely labeled so we can see what everything is for. So I'll just start here. We've got our external shower here. So if you've spent all day at the beach, or you've been hiking, you're grimy and you're dirty and you don't want to take that into your beautiful coach, I don't blame you. You can come out here and rinse everything off, or rinse off your furry friends. So you've got hot and cold, and your shower head here. This is lit compartment as well. Then if you need to winterize your coach. So again, this is something you don't have to worry about if you let us store your coach for you at National Indoor RV Centers at one of our 5 locations, with more coming. You wouldn't have to do that. But if you do, you've got the instructions of how to winterize. You've got your hot and cold low point drains here, which is how you'll winterize your coach, and another low point drain there in the back. We've got our water pump. This is our freshwater tank fill. On the Kountry Star, you get 105 gallons in your freshwater tank, 65 in your gray tank, and 45 in your black tank or sewage tank. Then we've got our sewage rinse. So we hook up our hose here. Our supply water, this is our city fill. We can hook that up here. We've got a filter here for the whole coach, and this is the filter here. And you just turn that to take that off. Then notice how this is all nicely lined. So if you do get water in your wet bay, which you're going to get water in your wet bay, that's why it's called the wet bay. It's not going to seep into your the rest of your basement storage, which is nice. So it's got like a little tub compartment here. This is where you're going to hook up your Stinky Slinky. You've got your sewage water holding tank and your gray water holding tank. Hook up your Stinky Slinky, and then you can just thread that right through here again, so you can shut the doors and keep everything nice and sealed once you're done. Again, if you want to see how to hook up everything and then disconnect everything, watch my RVing 101 videos. We have our second marker light for the driver's side of the coach. And then I just wanted to show you all the storage here. Now again, this is all pass-through storage. And as you look in here, you're also going to see bracing that's throughout the chassis. As you look into the baggage area, you're going to see steel frame here. That's Newmar's Star Foundation. It's their strong, true, and robust foundation, which is their steel superstructure that's going to give strength and durability to the chassis. In short, it's going to make the slide rooms more dependable, it's going to keep your floors level, and it's going to keep your walls squared. So it's going to dramatically reduce squeaks and rattles in your chassis. Here we have our house batteries along with our propane tank. Now, another option is you can option in an additional 2 batteries. That's what we did on this package, and that way you can upgrade your refrigerator inside too. Batteries are very easy to get to. You're just going to pull these pins on either side, and then the whole tray will pull out. And this is where you can fill your propane tank. Our last marker light for the driver's side of the coach, we've got our fuel fill for the driver's side of the coach. Again, this is a 100-gallon tank, fuel tank, and we can fill that from the driver's side or passenger side. We've got our exhaust here. That's going to be for our 8,000 watt Awning generator, which I'll show you here in just a second. As I look behind this panel, lots to talk about here. So here's our fuse panel for the front part of the coach. So say you have a power seat on the inside that may not be working, this is where you'd replace that fuse. Newmar always gives us the nice spare fuses here. And then we've got the pole here to release the generator. So I'm just gonna release. That's a lighted cabinet as well. Before I leave the driver's side here, I wanted to point out our second camera. So when we turn on our left blinker or turn signal, we're going to be able to see down the full length of the driver's side of the coach. Behind our Kountry Star, love that in front cap, we've got our generator compartment. Let me show you a few other things that are in here. So we've got our air horns right here, our wussy horn, then our quick connect for our airline. So if you want to hook up a hose here, you want to blow up some of your footballs or a paddle board, whatever, you can do that right there. Windshield wiper fluid reservoir here. Then we've got our Cummins 8,000 watt generator. Now this is going to give you your generator hours. This is where you can reset the breaker and you can start it and stop it from here. Got our lights so we can see what's going on. We've got the compressor for our front AC, and we have the hydraulic reservoir for our equalizer jacks. As I step into the Kountry Star, I'm always impressed with the great grab bars that you have for going in or out. Very stable, so you're going to be safe, and if you need that extra help to get yourself in or out of the coach, you're going to be fine. Another thing that I like that Newmar's done is they've given us storage under both the steps. So if you're going to walk your furry friends, you can keep leashes or food there, or if you've got muddy shoes, you can put them right inside those steps and you don't have to bring it into your coach. But as we come in to the Kountry Star, just notice how beautiful it is. These are the Newport glazed maple cabinets, and I just think they're lovely with this Roca interior. Can't wait to show you this whole coach. But let's go ahead and just start with what we've got up here. So this is the control panel of the coach, basically. We've got our Winegard Traveler, and that's for satellite with high def. Then we've got our Winegard over-the-air antenna, so you can just turn that on and then you can hit search, and it's going to go ahead and find local stations for you. Our Xantrex, which is for our inverter, and then we've got our power control system. It's showing us now that we're hooked into 50 amp service. Now say we're not in 50 amp service and we start to overtax the load of the system, it will shed the load as needed. So it may turn off your rear AC, but it will do that to protect the system. Here are our slide out control. So this is our off door slide out control and our door side slide out control. So you have your full wall slide. You've got 3 slides on this coach. Your third control will be back in the master bedroom. So this is the Truma AquaGo water heater, continuous hot water, basically on-demand hot water. So this is a huge upgrade from just having your 6 or 10-gallon water heater. And this is where you can turn this on. Entrance door awning control, in and out. These are the lights for our big Carefree awning, so we can turn them on and off here. Just so that the awning will work, you can turn it on there, And then you can download the app, so you can do that right off your phone as long as it's on here. Retract and extend. Our security lights for the passenger side of the coach, and then our exterior step. So we have that power step. We don't want that to continue to go in and out every time we come in the coach, so we're going to go ahead and hit that so that it will stay extended once we're camping. This panel is going to give you your tank levels. You can turn on your water pump here. It's going to tell you your house and your chassis batteries, your fresh, gray, black, and LP tank. Remember that you've got a fresh tank of 105, gray 65, and black is 45. You can turn on your HVAC system here. So this button here, you've got to turn that on and it will be red if it's actually going to be powering up the system. And then you can do it for the living room or the bedroom. Your inside temperature is right now it's 66 and we've got it set to 72, and you can raise that or lower that here. You can go into your mode, on, off, cool, or LP here, and your fan in auto, high, medium, low here. You can set it up to run at different times. You can hold it, eco, and we can also set our auto gen start here. So we can have our running time, our quiet time, HVAC, house batteries, chassis batteries, and again, you can set up your quiet time, how long you want it to run, and what time you want it to go on and off. Then we have our 43-inch optional Samsung TV, so you can choose to have that TV. If not, you'll have a small cabinet there, and one more cabinet for all of our goodies here. I've even had some of my customers put like a little bar in there and make it a small bookcase to hold manuals or books or whatever as you're going down the road. Just a nice little cubby to have for some extra storage. Now to my favorite part. So many things to point out in this beautiful coach. Again, make sure you contact us at National Indoor RV Centers, because a lot of the things that you'll see are options that you can put into your own coach. For example, the theater seating are one of the options that we put in here. They've become very popular, but there are other options for this area if you would like a sofa, recliners, other things that you can put here. The theater seats are really nice, and again, powered theater seats in the entry-level diesel. Gotta love it, right? I'm ready for my nap. I also love that we've got this storage. Look at all of that storage. So it goes, you know, my full arm is in there, very deep. You could put blankets, books, magazines, toys, games. Heck, if you've got kids that are traveling with you, this is where they could store their clothing and items. So I like that option. Just behind here, we've got the multiplex lighting system throughout the coach. So our ceiling lights, our accent lights, and a high-low button. This is our televator up and down button. So this is for the TV that's across from the theater seating. So you don't even have to get out of your comfy seats to turn the TV to bring it up or down. You can leave that up while you're in travel mode when you're actually going down the road. If you've got kiddos that are sitting back here and watching TV, that you can do that while they're going down the road. And if you want to have the window view, you just hit that down. Then we've got our reading lights, right and left, and our wall lights. So you can just simply turn them on and off at the push of a button, which I love. Also, we're going to have our nice windows here. We can open these, and we've got the manual shades, MCD shades. We've got our day shade and our night shade. Beautiful valances, and let's look at all the storage that we get. Nice LED lighting throughout the coach. And look at all that storage. There's no dividers in there. I really like that. I can get more things in there. It gives you more options. If you want to put things in bins and kind of use that space by space, you can do that, or you can use that full space with no dividers. Also note just the beautiful lighting accents that are throughout the Kountry Star. Love that. Simple, clean, looks really nice. So on our other side, we've got this great sofa. Now this is going to make out into a bed, so that's great if you have guests that are staying overnight with you. Now personally, I could sleep in the theater chairs. But if you want to put them in a bed, let me show you how easy it is to do that. We're going to lift the seat up and pull forward. This becomes our base. So this is going to become our base, and you just flip this down, and there's your bed. Add some pillows, put some sheets on it. Great place for your guests to sleep. So we have lots of storage above the sofa here. Nice cabinet there. New Bose soundbar for 2022, just an upgraded version from last year. And then we have our AV cabinet. So in 2022, Newmar has eliminated the Blu-ray DVD player. So there's all the hookups there necessary if you'd like to use one. So many people are going to streaming platforms, they just didn't include it. So you've got your HDMI cables here, cable input, 110 outlets. So you can do all that there, just like you could before. So they've upgraded the soundbar for 2022, and we still get our great 50-inch Samsung TV. And another cabinet. Now on this side of the sofa, we've got two 110 outlets. So you need to charge your devices, you can do that. Also next to the theater seating, we've got two 110 outlets on this side of the theater seats and another next to our booth here. We've got the 110 outlet and the two USB outlets. And then we've got our multiplex lighting, so we can just push button, turn those lights on or off. Then we move into our beautiful dinette area. Now a couple of things I want to point out. The booth dinette is very roomy. Lots of room here, very spacious side to side. And then check out that huge window. Wow! I just blinded everyone. But isn't that nice? I also love the booth is because it's very easy to extend. So if I just want to put in my two leaves, I just extend that table, and then Newmar makes it really nice with this extra leg for support. So they have this great little support leg, and then it's just magnetized up to the bottom of the table, and you just push that down. You've got your support, and then I'm going to put in the leaves, bring in our extra chairs, and I'll show you how roomy this table is. There you have it. So you can easily get 6 people to this dinette. I think that's fantastic. And I'm talking 6 people, plenty of room, so you can feed 6, drink 4, sleep 2. I think I might have messed that up, but you get my drift, right? And you have storage under each booth, which is really nice. You can keep dishes down there, placemats, you name it. Nice to have that extra bit of storage. And then talking about nice storage, let's check out the pantry. Nice big pantry on the 4037 Kountry Star. Really deep. You're gonna love that, along with your Whirlpool refrigerator and freezer, and with an ice maker. We always love that. You're probably wondering what this is. That is for the lock. So now when I'm going down the road, I don't want my refrigerator, my freezer to come flying open. That's going to dent the door, going to lose food all over the coach. So you just lock that. Super easy. It's on my checklist. If you want a copy of my checklist, email me at Angie@NIRVC.com. And then we've got our water here on the door, which is always nice. Now let's go and check out the kitchen. So look at all of that counter space in the kitchen at the Kountry Star. Love that. We've got our extra counter space. We've got a little button right here that you just push, and that pops that out to extend your counter space. Also kind of cuts off the living room and makes it a little, nice little kitchen area here. Full extension drawers with ball bearing glides. And not only that, but look, we're talking soft closed doors. Soft closed doors on the entry level diesel Newmar. Again, I told you they don't do cheap at Newmar. If period, end of story. Look at all of this storage. We've got adjustable shelves in that cabinet, nice deep shelf here. We've got our little Newmar Bible here. That's going to give us all of our owner manuals and everything that you'll need to know. Of course, National Indoor RV Centers is going to tell you everything you need to know when you come for your delivery. Anything that you have forgotten, you can find out in there. And more storage. So I like this storage space. You can put spices up there. That's kind of nice. Then right near that, we've got our fantastic air vent with a rain sensor. Now, one of the things that you can add with us at National Indoor RV Centers are the max air vent covers. So the benefit of those are you can have those open at any time, even during the rain, even going down the road. So again, just let us know when you place your order with us that you want to order the max air vent covers for your roof as well. Now look at the beautiful countertops that you get with the Kountry Star. Lots of space. I love the backsplash. We also have our two 110 outlets, our LED lighting. More outlets here. We have our kitchen window, which is really nice if you're in the kitchen working away. It's kind of nice to be able to look outside and see what's going on outside so you don't feel like you're missing some of the fun. Then we have our gas cooktop stove. I know a lot of people that love to work with an open flame. Here you have it. And check out the nice drawers. Again, soft close. And I love this cover. So it just folds up when you're using it. If you want that space for prep and you're not using your oven, just folds right back down. Then we move back into our sink area here. We have the beautiful residential faucets. You don't have to leave your home to have fun because you can take your home with you. So we have our sink covers. I love these. You can just scoot them across. I always say it, but if you have dishes you want to hide and you have guests coming over, throw them in one side of the sink, put the sink cover down. You've still got one to work with. Like that option a lot. And then you've got your little flip down drawer here. Another little spice drawer there. And spot for our garbage can, more space down below the sink. We've got the controller here for our max air vent. And then this is one of our thermistors. So this is the thermistor with the mid part of the coach. This is what communicates with our thermostat to keep the temperature inside nice and pleasant. So one of the things that you're going to notice when you're in a Newmar is that the ceiling is not lined with vents. It's just a beautiful, soft, plush, taut ceiling, LED lighting, beautiful ceiling decor, and behind the ceiling decor are your AC units. So when your slides are all the way in, this is still fully exposed and is able to cool your coach very nicely with the slides in. Not only are these ceiling accents pretty, but they're very functional as well. So they just snap down and you can easily reach up and change. These just pop off. There's your filter. Wash it off, put it back in, and it just snaps back in. And then when you're done, just push it back into place. Here we have our half bath with the pivot door. Also, I love that we have the towel holder here. You can never have enough of those. Window in here. Medicine cabinet. Look at all that space behind the medicine cabinet. Notice the cute lighting there as well. And then we've got our vessel sink, which gives us a little countertop to work with here. Storage, more storage. Right here we have our dustpan. So we just flip that, sweep everything over to the dustpan, flip it up, and it's gonna suck it all away for us. Makes our job super easy. Then we have, look at all that storage right here. You can put a lot of toilet paper in here, folks. More storage. And then we've got our fuse boxes and power control system here. So we can just pull that down. You can see our breaker box. and all of our fuses right there. And then they let us know what they're for right here. Great half bath, very accessible when your slides are in. All right. Ooh, before we go into the master bedroom, I want to point out a few more things. So we've got a little night light here. We've got our central vac, which is something that we've optioned in for this coach. Our furnace vent here. Now let's go into the master bedroom. Look at the beautiful master bedroom of the Kountry Star. Nice, plush bedspread, beautiful valances, headboard. Look at the storage and then the nice fascia around the bed. I just think it's beautiful. Now, one of the things they added for 2022, which I love, well, they actually had this before 2022, but you've got an outlet up here, and then you've got access port here where you could thread a cord through. So if you want to use a CPAP machine and put it up there, you can easily do that. But the feature that they added for 2022 that I really love is the all lights off button. So you've got your multiplex lighting buttons right underneath the bed. You can turn on your left and right reading light, and there's an all lights off button. So I like that. Now, once you hit them all off, they're all going off, and then you have to go back and turn them on individually. But it's really nice to like lay your head down in bed and you don't have to think, did I turn off the bathroom light or did I turn off the front entry light? You can hit them all off right here. So we have our ceiling light, our courtesy light, our left reading light, and our high-low button. So if we want to dim the lights a little bit, we can just hit that to lower the light. Accent light, our right reading light, and then this is the backlight. So you want to probably turn these off when you're sleeping, or you'll have blue lights, you know, glaring into your eyes, so you can just hit them off. And then your all lights off button and your passenger side security light on or off. You've got windows on both sides of the bed, which is really nice. If you're out camping and it's just a cool night, you can open up those windows for a nice cross breeze. I love that. We also have our thermistor for the bedroom. So again, that's going to communicate with the thermostat to keep a nice temperature. Now, each nightstand in 2022 is equipped with our 110 outlet and 2 USB outlets. They used to be on the base of the bed and it was a little bit harder to get to. So right now they're in the nightstand. We've got a little storage area there. And then we've got tons of storage underneath the bed. So you've got the 2 leaves for the dinette, the 2 folding chairs, and another thing that you can option in, which we did here, is a sleep number bed. So you may have seen the sleep number bed remote. It's right there. When you air up that sleep number bed, you want to be actually laying on the bed. So each side for you and your partner, you can make it just perfect for you. So right here, as we go into the bedroom, we've got the slide out control for the bedroom slide. So we take that in and out right here. We've got our multiplex sliding switch here. Love the setup because you get the 2 wardrobes. Gets you a lot of space. There's a light in there. And then we've got our little AV cabinet. So if you want to throw in another Blu-ray player here, that's where it used to be. We no longer have the standard from Newmar, but you can absolutely add them if you like. And we've got the glass panel, so if you need to have a light go through that, you can. Drawer space, soft close. So you get 5 big drawers. We've got this nice little counter space here and our window. Now this is an emergency exit window. So if you didn't have an emergency egress door, which I will show you, we've optioned that in for this coach, this would be the way you have to get out. So why would you have to get out? There's actually, you know, RV fires. They do happen, but we have a solution for that. We have Protang, which National Indoor RV Center sells exclusively. Go and watch my video on Protang and you'll see one of our NIRVC associates go out that window. It's pretty fun. It's towards the end, so make sure you check that out. Then we've got our 33-inch Samsung TV and our second big wardrobe with a 110 outlet there at the top, just in case you need it. Maybe for that steamer, because who uses an iron anymore? I like the steamers. So we saved the best for last. So we have the big master bathroom for the 40-foot Kountry Star. Now this has nice glass enclosed shower. This is a fiberglass shower. I love that we've got the handheld wand there, really nice, and we've got the skylight, so that makes it feel like you've got a little extra room. Now there's a little magnet strip on both sides of the glass, so when you shut it, it's going to really seal it off, so you're not going to have water seeping through. I think that's a great feature. Then we've got towel hook here, can't have enough of those, and another wardrobe and drawer below. And since I'm down here, check out our full extension drawers here on the vanity, and all that space. Lots of storage in this 40-foot master bathroom. Then we've got the counter space with the rectangular stainless steel sink, and again, my favorite, the use of the medicine cabinet, just because you can get so much in there. And we've got our two 110 outlets right underneath that medicine cabinet, so they're kind of hidden. You can plug in your chlorines, tuck those away, and put everything in there. We've got our little towel holder here. We have a nice towel bar in the master bathroom of the Kountry Star. Always nice, can't have enough of those. We've got our control for our fantastic fan vent. Again, we can get those vent covers for the outside of your coach at National Indoor RV Centers. Just let us know that you'd like to add those to your order. Our multiplex lighting system. This is the control for the toilet. It even has a wave sensor so that you can just wave at it and it will flush. And then we've got our toilet paper holder. Now you can option in your washer and dryer. We've got the Splendide washer and dryer. Have you ever come back to your coach and you just have this awful smell? You feel like maybe something died inside your coach, some kind of little animal or something. What may have happened is that all the water may have evaporated from the P-trap in your washing machine. So all you have to do to fix that is take a gallon of water, put it into the washing machine, run it through the spin cycle, and that smell is going to be gone. Promise you, nothing died. But it kind of smells like it. Now, I saved the best for last. This is your emergency egress door. Love that Newmar gives you this option. If you need to get out of your coach quickly for emergency, fire or something, again, you've got Protang, but this is a nice option to have. And again, this is an option for the Kountry Star. So you just need to unlock it. This opens up easily. This panel just magnets off. You can set that to the side. Then you just unvelcro and voila. There is your ladder and you're out the door. I always like to show the coach with the slides in. So this is the slides in on the 4037. You can see that I can easily get in and out of the bathroom, into the refrigerator, the freezer, the pantry. I could be making food here at the sink, at the stove, easily be sitting comfortably in the bench in our theater seats and walking to the front of the coach. Now, you know, I love to do the interior, but this is the fun part too, because you finally get to drive. So let me tell you about everything that's happening up here. First of all, I want to talk about this chair. It is so comfortable. It's made by Villa. All the furniture in the Kountry Star is made by Villa. We've got our arms that we can bring down, and we've got a little slit here in the arm. People always ask me, what is that for? Well, there's a little adjustable knob in there, and that's how you take it up and down. So if you're wondering what that's for, it's not for pennies or coins. I'm sure kids have put stuff there. Also on the Kountry Star, we've got the 6-way powered seat, up, down, forward, back, so you can get that right where it's comfortable for you. And then this is going to allow you to turn the chair around so that you can have it as part of your living room. This lever is going to allow you to move the backrest forward and back, so you can get that nice and perfect for you so that you're very comfortable driving. Then we've got our adjustable seat belt here, so you can move that up or down so that that hits you right where it's comfortable, because you want to be safe while you're driving and comfortable, right? We've got the MCD night and day shades, and they're just manual here to the side, so you can just adjust those as needed. We've got the equalizer system, so we've got the automatic leveling jacks. So I'm going to go ahead and just turn on the coach. I've turned the power on, and I'm going to go ahead and hit auto level. And you can hear the air coming out of the system. When all these 4 red dots are solid and red, that means that I'm level. Now, if I can't level, it may give me an error that I'm on an excessive slope. So now we are level. Let's pretend like we've been at this campground for a week. We're ready to hit the road. So I want to just retract all and bring my jacks back up. So retract all. All right, jacks are up and we are ready to go. Now, a little word to the wise. If, say, you're trying to use your auto leveling jacks and you get an excessive slope warning, it's telling you that you can't level there, and you move your coach just a little bit and you go ahead and try it again, and again you get the same warning, excessive slope, you don't want to try to move your coach again and then immediately try your jacks again. You're going to burn up that pump. So you want to give it, a good 20-minute rest or so. So if you need to go drive around and find another campground that you can level on, that might be a good idea. But to run it up and down, 3 times in a row quickly isn't the best idea. Then we've got our 2 cup holders. I like to have 2 because you need, water and soda, or water and coffee. We've got storage below here as well, which is really nice. We've got our lights. So these are our marker lights. They also turn on the lights on the dashboard here. We've got our headlights, and then for our fog lights, you're just going to pull, and now you've got your fog lights. So we're going to keep those on. Now this is our defrost button for our convex exterior mirrors, and our controller to adjust those mirrors as necessary for the driver. Our dome light, which is just above the captain here, and our battery boost button. Super important button. So the battery boost button, so important. Say you've left your coach all day, for some reason you come back and you can't get your coach to start. So what you want to do now is tie your house batteries to your chassis batteries to see if you can get enough power to start your coach. So you're going to push that button and hold it long enough to tie that power together and see if you can't start your generator. Let your generator start, let it run for a little bit, and then you'll be able to start your coach. Right here, this little green button is the Deutsch plug for the dash area. If you need to have a technician at National Indoor RV Centers plug into that for diagnostics. Then we've got the lever right here, which is going to adjust the steering column. So push that in, and then you can adjust that as needed. The Country Star sits on the Freightliner custom chassis. It's right here, so you don't forget it. Another reason you're not going to forget it is that they've made this so easy and so automotive-like that you're going to love it. First of all, look at that beautiful dash. That's the OptiView dash. Everything is very clear and easy to see. Then on the steering column, you can control a lot of the information that you see on your dash. So you can go right here to your home button, and you can go through a lot of the information that's right at your fingertips. So there's our trip information for trip 1. We can hit that, and it's going to tell us trip 1 was 69 miles, time was 1 hour 31 minutes, and the fuel used. So then we can hit the back button, go to trip 2, go to gauges. This is where we can kind of scroll through different gauges that we want to have displayed on our screen. So if you want to change them, you can do that there. And that's just a quick pull up certain gauges. Fuel economy, hit that. It's going to tell us our fuel economy. So we're just below 10 miles per gallon. Vehicle configuration, this one's very important. And I'll tell you more about this when we're actually driving the coach so I can demo it. But when you click into this, you can adjust your dash brightness. So more or less, and then go back. Your Bluetooth, so you can make a Bluetooth call without having to hold your phone. And then you can go to steering effort. Now this is Comfort Drive. Comfort Drive is that computer aided driving assist that makes it much easier for us to drive in high winds. You're not going to feel those big semi trucks pass you because the computer will feel that and adjust for you. So if I want to go in here and adjust the steering effort, I can take it up higher for more help, or I can take it down lower for less help. And I just put that and then hit OK and lock it in and go back home. Diagnostics, you can get information on faults, internal diagnostics, transmission prognosis, engine speed low, filter system status is OK, oil life 99%. System information. So you can scroll through a lot of information right there, and then your menu on or off, and then you can just go back up. So very easy to do. You can even do that while you're driving if you need to. Then you've got your air horn here, so you just push that. We've got our little wussy horn on here. We're going to want to make sure we have our air horn on. So we're going to go over here and put that on. And now everyone's going to know we're coming. Then we've got our controls here so that we can pick up a phone call, hang up a phone call right here from the steering column. Don't need to touch our phone, so it's much safer. Hands on the wheels at all time. Our cruise control is here. So cruise control, that will come up on your screen. I'll demo this while we're driving as well. We can set it, we can resume, we can cancel, and we can also, we've got our lights here. So if we want to let a trucker pass us, we can give him, flash our brights to let him know that it's safe. Or if they let us pass them, we can flash our marker lights 3 times to say thank you. So our left panel here is for our windshield wiper control. So we can just adjust those as needed. We can push in here if we want to add the windshield wiper fluid. And we can also, we've got our turn signals, right and left. And also we can flash our brights from here. So if we just want to flash them here, flash and hold, or we can push back and keep our brights on for good. So this is probably one of my favorite paddles right here to the right, because this gives you that very automotive feel. So you're going to go from neutral to drive to reverse, and it's easy flip of the switch, and you'll get really comfortable with that rather than having to look over here on the left hand panel for your drive and reverse. You can also manually shift gears if you need to as well. So you can manually shift up or down. And then my favorite thing about this paddle is that you can have your engine brake. So you're not sure if you've got your engine brake on, all you do is push it down. Engine brake is now on. So really easy to use, and you'll get used to it so quickly. I hope you never need to pull over to the side of the road, but if you do, here's your hazards. Make sure you get those on so that you let everyone know to keep clear of you and that you need a little extra time and safety. Here's your rear view camera screen. That's what we're seeing right now. This is also going to show you your full side, the left side of the coach and the right side of the coach when you turn on your turn signals. Then we've got our display here. Go to our menu. We've got our radio, media center, XM radio capability here, our Bluetooth, auxiliary, camera, and then let's go to this button right here because this is all new for 2022. So no longer are we using Rand McNally, it's now Nav and Go. So it's just a new GPS for the RV. So you can put in all the information. Not hard to figure out, but really great that they've got that and they've changed that. All over the air updates. You don't have to use the SIM card, so that's really nice. Then we can go to our quick button there, go back to our navigation, and go ahead and set up our favorite radio stations, on and off button here. Down below here we have our visor, so this is going to be our sunshade for the front of the coach. This will be our nightshade for the front of the coach. Our overhead fans, so we can turn them on or off, and then we can have them high, medium, or low. This is where we can start or stop the generator, and this is where we turn on our air horn. Again, I always, when I'm driving a coach, I want to have my air horn on. Our HVAC controls here, USB, 2 outlets there, and 12 volt. One other thing that I forgot to mention for 2022 that's new, when I release my park brake and go into drive, it's going to automatically lock my front entry door as well. So I like that. Then we've got this nice little spot here where we can just lay our cell phone and it's not going to fall off. Great drawers for storage. Here in the co-captain's chair, I want to get super comfortable. I just adjusted the armrest just like I did the captain's chair. I got that on both sides. And then we've got our little handy dandy desk that we can use while we're going down the road as well. Super easy to just flip up here. Even have a little spot for a drink holder. And when you're done, just flip it back and put it away. This is also powered 6-way, forward, back, up and down. And then we've got this for our footrest. So if I want to get really comfortable, I'm going to put that up and get ready, and I'll probably want to adjust my seat back just a little bit. And now I'm going to have trouble being a very good co-pilot because I might want to fall asleep because I'm so comfortable. This lever will let you turn the chair around once you're camping and you want to add the co-captain's chair as part of your living room. Plus you also get the footrest along with that. So that's a really nice feature. When you're done with that, you just tuck it back away. Here to the right of the co-captain, we've got the step cover. So again, we don't want to fall in there while we're traveling, or if our furry friends or grandkids are traveling with us, we want to make sure that comes up, and that gives us a nice solid floor there. We've got our map light and our patio light, which is just outside the door. Cup holder, just behind the cup holder, I've got a little storage area, and I also have two 110 outlets so I can charge my devices while we're going down the road. Finally getting to head out in the Kountry Star. I'm so excited to show you all how this handles on the road. So remember, we've got the 360 horsepower engine. We're on the Freightliner chassis. Like I mentioned before, we've got the V-Ride suspension, so that's going to help give us a smoother ride and less sway, especially when we're turning. Getting ready to do that right now because I'm going to enter the freeway here. A lot of people are nervous when they're driving a Class A diesel for the first time, and you really don't have to be. You just have to remember a couple key points. First of all, your front tires are behind you, or they're at your seat here. And so when you go to make a turn, you want to make sure that the center of your front axle is at the turn. That's when you actually start that turn. So it takes a little bit to get used to it. I always like to take my new drivers to a park where they can kind of practice without the fear of other traffics and cars being around them. So we are getting ready to go on the freeway here. We've got cruise control on here, so once I get up to speed, I'll put it on cruise control, and then I can just sit back and enjoy the drive. When I put on my left turn signal, I can see down the full left side of the coach. So another thing that you've got with the Kountry Star is you've got great mirrors so that you can watch your back tires. I always like to watch my back tire, whichever way I'm turning. I always keep my eye on that mirror so that I can make sure I'm going to clear the curb. The great thing about these big coaches is that if you're going slow enough and taking your time, you can slow down, stop, readjust, and you can miss that curb or whatever it is that you were getting a little too close to. So the only thing you have to worry about is if you try to go too fast, or if you're in a hurry in an RV, that's when you're going to get into trouble. If you take your time, You're bigger than everyone else. They're really fun to drive. In fact, I love driving. When I take customer on test drives, I typically am like, do you want me to drive back to the dealership? Not because I'm worried. Well, sometimes I'm worried, but most of the time it's because I want to drive, because they really are fun. This is a great way to start your vacation from the minute you sit in this seat. I love the Freightliner chassis. You've got this beautiful OptiView dash. You can see everything easily in front of you. See that I'm going 63 miles per hour. I want to go ahead and turn on my cruise control. You can see the little button just came right up, and then I can set it. Now I can pick my feet off the accelerator, just sit back and enjoy the ride. So it's a beautiful day. We're in Nashville at our dealership in Nashville. We're at a temporary location right now and soon to be in our permanent location. The Country Star also comes standard with Comfort Drive. So basically what that is it's a computer-aided driving assist. So as you're going down the road and there's quite a strong wind today, it's gonna feel that wind, detect it, and adjust for me. And I can even adjust my Comfort Drive setting while I'm driving. Now this takes a little bit of getting used to, but you've got the little home button here on your screen. You can go to that, and then you just scroll down, eyes on the road until I get to vehicle configuration. And then I hit that, and then I just go down, steering effort, hit my OK button, and now I can decide how much help I want. If I want more help, I'm going to turn it up, and I always like more help, right? So I'm going to keep it up high, and then just hit it, and you're good to go. So heading down the highway, I'm going 65 miles per hour, and you can see it's nice and quiet in the Country Star. So I'm at 78.6 on my decibel reader. And that's with a semi passing me during that. So I'm impressed. So what's left? You just need to come out to National Indoor RV Centers and take one of our coaches for a test drive. We love to let you test drive our coaches. When you're making a decision that's this big, we want you to make sure that you know that you're getting exactly what you want. And so we're here to make it a fun, pleasant experience at National Indoor RV Centers. We take in trades, we do consignments, we do financing. We just try to make it easy and enjoyable because this is supposed to be something fun. Thank you so much for joining me today for my tour of the 2022 Newmar Kountry Star. Now I'm sure you're wondering, how much does this amazing coach cost? Well, MSRP, which is the manufacturer's suggested retail price, is $350,277. If you want to find out how much I can sell you this coach for, give us a call at 469-277-1330 or go to our website, NIRVC.com, and look at all the coaches that we have available. Now remember, if we don't happen to have this exact coach in stock, we can get one just like it for you. We're happy to do an order for you. So this is how you can see the coach, walk through it with me, but then we can order whatever you want. When you're spending this much money, feel free to make a custom coach, and that's what we're happy to do for you at National Indoor RV Centers. With our volume and economies of scale, coaches simply cost less at National Indoor RV Centers. Pick up the phone, give me a call, call one of our RV lifestyle specialists. We are here to make this buying experience like none that you've ever had before. It should be fun, it should be exciting. We take in trades, we do consignments, we do whatever we can to help make it easy and fun for you to get into this wonderful RVing lifestyle.